Well, good evening and hello to everybody. I appreciate y'all joining my channel and another edition or another session of my little 2 cents or my little 2 pennies. And I am your host, Nino. Always trying to just have my logic, saying what's on my mind from any kind of topics, whether it's relationships, whether it's politics, financially, sports, job related, anything that, as I have said in my prior podcast, that I just scroll, see what's going on in world events, and I delve off into it and say, that's interesting. And so I just like to bring it to my fans. I appreciate all of y'all supporting me slowly but surely. To my partner David, who has been a big backer and who has supported me to the fullest, even when I get kind of slow and get kind of tired. You know, my partner Dave that had the USA podcast, he stays on me, you know, kind of like a mentor. Hey man, you got to keep grinding. You got to keep grinding. Giving up is for losers. Giving up is lame. Shout out to Big Bruce Simmons. Shout out to my boy Mark, Axe. Of course, my jewel, my son King, MJ, my grandbaby Zion. Shout out to my nephews Jew and Keith. Shout out to all my partners that went to school with me. BA, Freebie. You know, this is some of them that if I miss y'all, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But you know who you are, you know. And I appreciate y'all, you know, checking out the little podcast and subscribing. Oh yeah, and people please subscribe because like I say, I'm trying to build my little channel and get to bigger things. Now, let's get down and get to the business. I was at work today and one of my co-workers, well, I call them my nieces and nephews because they are somewhat younger than me, they came up to me and they said, I love the advice and I love how you getting down on your podcast, but could you discuss something that interesting that I guess they have went through or one of their family members and just see what you think about it? And I say, sure. So, this is what I'm going to delve off into right now. One friend loses his or her job, and another friend lets him or her move in with them, good or bad about it. Okay, you have positive aspects of it, and you have negative aspects of it. First of all, I'm gonna shoot down the positive aspects of it. Or I should say shoot down. I'm going to discuss and give my opinions on the positive aspects, and then I will give my opinion on the negative aspects. First, emotional support. Having a place to stay and someone to talk to can significantly alleviate stress and anxiety related to job loss. Of course, when you have lost your job, and so let's just put it 99 and 1. Losing your job can almost be like to the end of the world, because let's keep it straight, people. Where are you at if you don't work and get money? I know money is not everything, but money is the most important source to live day to day, when you living by check to check, or you have money in the bank, or you have a good saving. Even if you work in a job and you making a nice amount of money by salary, or getting just paid a nice number an hour, where would you be without money? And to get money, mostly the legit way, and I'm not knocking people that are doing it the illegit way, because that's not none of my business, but doing it the legit way, working a job. When you lose your job, it can be like the whole world is coming down on you. It can be like the walls are closing in. It can be like you don't know what to do. And the most important thing in working and sustaining a job is having you a place somewhere to stay. So you have to have money to pay your rent, where you have an apartment, where you have a house. You still, if you buying a house and you own a house, at the end of the year, you still have to pay your mortgage for your house. So losing that job can put a big void in your life. So say, let's just say you have an apartment, you don't have a house, and you lose your job. Now, you can't pay your rent by the first of the month. Management from your apartment complex not trying to hear no what if, or soon as I get this, I'm finna go get a job, or can you give me a little leeway? They not trying to hear that. Mostly, and I have been there, when you lose your job in this day and time, you don't come right back and get a job. So saying that, you're stuck out. Now, you have a friend that is showing you enough love to take you in. And most of these friends have been either brothers that you have grown up with, or on the female tip, sisters that you have grown up with. You know, y'all have been friends ever since y'all been little. You two families have connected. You know, like his or her mom might know your mom, his or her dad will know your dad, and vice versa. But anyway, it's nice to have a friend that will be willing to take you in, because as was said, it's going to be much anxiety when you lost your job and you don't have nowhere to go. You can't even concentrate. The anxiety will overwhelm you. Financial relief, not having to pay rent, can ease the immediate financial burden of unemployment. That's true. But now, think about this too. When your friend, him or her, take you in, you got to remember, they got bills too. They got responsibilities they have to take in. They have to fulfill. Say if him or her take you in and they got a kid. Now, a lot of times they don't, but if they got a kid and then they let you move in, you don't have no money at all. So now, everything is basically on the person or your friend or your associate that let you move in, because remember, you're not on your feet yet, and it takes time to get back on your feet. And maybe, and even though they're keeping a smile because they don't want to see you discouraged, which means you don't want to go out and try to get you a job, or you want to give up on your job hunt, it's hard on them. But they're going to keep their faith, and they're going to keep being positive to build you up so you can continue your search for a job. But it will ease you, but remember, it's only going to be a certain amount of time. I know that's how I feel. Yeah, it eases you for a little bit, but as I always have been told, and I have always seen myself, and even my little nieces and nephews who talk to me at work about doing this podcast about this, they said, it's not nothing like having your own place, and that's facts. A sense of community, strengthening the friendship by offering support during a challenging time. Well, see, that's a real friend through thick and thin, and you cherish that, because let's keep it steady going again, people. How can you determine when you really got friends? It's not when you doing good. It's not when you on top of the world, because everybody got smiles. Everybody gonna cling to you. Everybody gonna embrace to you and want to be around you because you doing good. You see really who's in your corner when you're down and out. And if you got a good friend, again, him or her, that's sticking with you through this, that's again letting you stay with them till you get back on your feet, taking all this in and keeping a smile, you cherish that because they're not obligated to do that. And I know a lot of people will say, well, you my friend and you supposed to help me out and you see I'm going through something, so you going to turn your back on me. No, we are all grown, but if you have that friend that's going to stick with you and hang with you through this and let you be able to move in with them, knowing that you have lost everything till you get on your feet. Me, myself, I would never forget that for the rest of my life. Because again, they don't owe you a dime. You're not their child and you're not their responsibility. Motivation to job search. Having a stable living situation can provide the necessary focus and energy to actively seek new employment. Now that's facts too, because really to look for a job, you have to have less anxiety and you have to have less tension. Going out looking for a job, you have to have your mind and body in good disposition, if you know what I mean. You cannot go looking for a job, I believe, if you don't know where you're going to be staying, you don't know where your next dollar going to be. By staying with a friend, you get proper sleep. Because remember, going looking for a job is going to take interviews. And you have to have a sound mind to go through an interview. Because interviewers, meaning the job, will ask you different questions just to see what your answer going to be. They're going to see, have you did your research on the job that you're applying for. So that right there, that's where it's great to have a friend to let you get proper sleep. Again, this friend is letting you stay with them. You know, you eating, because let's all be accurate again, peeps. Food feeds your brain. So if you done eaten and you don't have nowhere to stay, I guarantee you, I've been there. You can't think, you're irritable, and your patience is real short. And that's not a good look when you're trying to go look for a job. So that right there showing the friend is still standing by you and letting you stay with them is a big help for your growth and your road to possibly getting you a job, getting back on your feet, and getting you a place to stay. That's just some of the positive aspects. Now, I'm going to turn over and say, here are some of the negative aspects of it. Financial strain to the host if the unemployed friend is unable to contribute financially. It can be a strain on the host budget. Just like I was saying, literally, your man's or your woman, your friend, is taking care of you and them because they know you don't have nothing. Basically, people in the 2025, with how things are high inflation, how the dollar doesn't go a long way no more, you get $100 and you don't get no groceries. It almost takes you $500 to get a substantial amount of groceries. So saying that, now your friend is not only having to look out for themselves, they looking out for you. And you don't have you're not bringing no chips, you're not bringing no dollar bills to the table right now because you don't have nothing. That's the main reason you stand with them. But you have to see that, again, they're doing a lot and swallowing their pride, because if you just constantly sit back and look at it, you're like a kid to them. You're like their child, because you're not only staying with you, You're not only standing with them, I'm sorry, they are feeding you, they are providing for you. Think about it. If you got a car and you need gas, you have to borrow money from them to put in your car to go to go look for a job. Or if you don't have a vehicle, if you don't have a vehicle, they either have to let you use their vehicle or they will take you to the job sites you need to go to. Again, that's taking a lot out of them. So that's one of the negative aspects to them. Another negative aspect, living habits, conflicts, differences in lifestyle or routines can lead to friction when sharing a living space. For example, if you like to look at TV to the wee hours of the night, but you staying with somebody, have enough respect to know if they turn off the TV, if they go to bed at a certain time, if they eat at a certain time, if they have usual duties that they get done at a certain time, respect that because you stand with them. They might not like to drink every day. You might like to drink your occasional beer. You know, I'm saying fellas or something. If you're a woman, you might like to do certain things, you know, have a friend over or something like that. Even though you stand with them, they might not like all that, and you should respect that. It's differences in how they live and how you live. They might like to go to bed every night with their kitchen clean. Now, I'm not saying you're dirty, but you might like, all right, well, I don't like washing dishes. I don't like going to bed with everything clean. You know, clean out. They might like for you when you take a shower or take a bath to clean out the tub or clean the shower, clean the bathroom. They are very neat, maybe almost OCD, but you're not like that. But remember, you're living under their living quarters. So, good or bad, with it or without it, when you stand with them, you should adapt to them because it's going to be a problem because they are holding you down. So they have squatters' rights because you are staying at their establishment. 3, increased stress for the host. Taking on the responsibility of supporting someone else during a difficult time can add to the host's own stress levels. Like I was saying, this can be a negative problem too. Your friend might be sickly, not on their deathbed, but you know, they might have, let's just say, high blood pressure or whatever. They might have to go to the doctor. They might have doctor bills. They are really broadening their hospitality and their kindness just for you, where if you wasn't around, they could minimize it. They're doing extra things to make sure that you'll be able to eat and be able to maintain and live your time while you're staying at their household. They're probably used to minimum things. But now you done came in there and let's keep it up. Just keep it interesting again. A lot of people, when they move with somebody and they down on their luck, they should show more appreciation instead of moving in there. And now they want to think, or they want to set their own band or gang of rules. But you stand with somebody else. They are already doing a lot. The respectful thing to do is really be courteous and roll to the flow that they want you to roll to. Because believe me, sooner or later, if you don't, the rumblings will come. They will be nice only for so long. And that goes from staying with family and friends. Because again, you out of pocket. You're staying with them. Yeah, they know the situation you're going through, but in the back of their mind, and they might not say it, they hoping that you get this problem solved quicker than what expected. Mean, get up on your feet, get you a job, and get your own place. Because it's tough enough for a person to hold down their own household by themselves. And now they're holding down a household with a hanger-on that's not bringing nothing to the table and can't fend for themselves for this time and moment. Man, that's very tough. That's very tough. Important considerations. Always communicate on a time frame. When you're staying with somebody, yes, you have to check in with them. Don't be overbearing. That's their domain, and you have to remember that. That's why you need to get out and get your domain. Remember when your mom used to say, when you was a child, kid, or so and so and so and so, as long as you live under my roof, you're going to abide by these rules. And when you don't abide by these rules, it's time for you to hit the door. Friend, and we're all grown, him or her, he or she, I know that's your friend, and they'll take you on. They don't take you in because you're going through something, but they have the right to expect you to abide by their rules. Because on that lease, on that contract, where they paying that house note, well, when they sign that money out every month, and that rent has to be paid, it's their name that's that's being printed or been written on the money orders to go give to that management. It's not your name. You're just supposed to be there for a little short time or moment. And that's another thing. Work hard to try to get out from staying with your friend so long. I know that if you're smart, you can read body language. And what I mean by body language, without them being very forward, you can tell, even though they done been cool, they're getting tired of you, and it's time for you to go. So, if you're smart, you hope it don't get through that. But don't be dragging your feet and just taking your time. Take a job that right now is not what you're looking for, just to get out on your own. Take 2 jobs. Just get your own place. Because, again, they will be all smiles in the beginning, and there's nothing wrong with that. And they're not trying to be mean, but, you know, it's hard enough for them themselves. But eventually, as time goes, as time push on, as time elapse, it's time for you to go, and they ready for you to go. Anybody would be. Respect boundaries, seek additional support. Respect the person or the people or whoever that letting you stay there the time that you're going through this difficult time. That's what I've been saying. Show respect. Women, if you stand with another girlfriend, don't be having men over there at that girl house. Don't do that. Because if that man can come over that house and try to kick it with you at your home girl house, then he can let you move in with him, or he can take you to wherever he need to take you. He can take you to his spot. You're staying there just to suit the problem that you're going through. And to reverse it, men do the same thing. Homie, if your homeboy letting you stay at his house because you down on your luck and you having a bad time, don't be bringing females over there, bruh. That's not right, man. That's not right. He let you stay there to get back on your feet because you don't have no job and you don't have no money. He not letting you stay there because you want to bring your girl over there or you got somewhere to stay now. Now you want to bring your little female over there. Y'all want to kick it, watch TV. That's disrespectful, man. That's very disrespectful. Me, myself, I can be cool with you to the fullest, but I'm probably going to kick you out then. And I'm not jealous that you got your little lady friend in there with you or whatever, but I'm respecting you enough so I got a place, and I'm not bringing my lady friend over here and disrespecting you, even though this is my kingdom. This is my palace. This is my spot. But I know you're going through something, so I'm not bringing my little lady friend over to my spot and, you know, we doing what we do or chilling, knowing you back there going through something. I'm trying to get you straight. Don't bring her over there, man. Again, if your lady friend want to come kick it with you, she can come get you, take you to her house. And if she really love you or into you, she can let you move in with her. But you know that ain't going to happen. Because we all know, unless you ain't kept man, ain't no woman going to let you move in. I don't care if you down on your luck. You ain't got a pot to piss in. You ain't got nothing going for yourself. A woman ain't going to let you move in with her. And you ain't got no possibilities of no income coming. No sirree. So, to summarize this all up, you will have good friends that will let you move in with them if you lost your job, if you don't have no money. But respect it, remember it, because that's a great thing for somebody to do. They don't have to do that. They're not. You're not their child. They're not obligated to look out for you till you get 18 to 21. Because if that was a reasoning, or if that was so, that's why so many people are homeless. Because you think they haven't had friends, good friends. They probably known, again, since they were small. But things do happen, and they're down on their luck. You mind me moving in with you for a little bit? I lost my job, now I have no money. I guarantee they told them no. Cherish, be thankful that you got a friend that will let you stay with them. But also, the time that you'll stand with them, hustle tirelessly. Mean, get up early in the morning till the sun goes down. Look for a job. Take all job options. You might have to take 2 jobs. Don't be picky right now, because until you get settled in at your spot, the main goal is getting you somewhere to stay. And take the burden off your friend who have sacrificed a lot just to take you in, because they got love for you and they didn't want to see you out on the streets, unlike a lot of friends have did to their friends, and now they're homeless and out on the streets. This is Nino. And I would like to say thank you for joining in on my page. And I just want to discuss this a little bit that my nieces and my nephews wanted me to chime in about. People, when you have a blessing, don't forget. Don't disrespect it. Honor it. And just try to move on. Love.